So I have 142 different cryptocurrencies in my possession. Having too much of anything could be a bad thing. Having too little of anything could also be a bad thing. They say in investing that you want to diversify as much as you can. If you take any finance classes and you talk about investing, they will talk about not putting all of your money or all of your eggs into one basket. Make sure you put it into different places that you truly believe in. And I agree with that. I think you should. However, when it comes to a speculative market, when it comes to something that you're not 100% sure what is going to take over and what is going to be worth the most, what is going to be heavily usable, um, it makes sense to be invested into as many things as you possibly can. Now, the reason why this could be a bad thing is because you could lose a lot of money. And if you don't have a ton of money, you're putting too little into too much, right? To where if you do experience, let's say, a 10,000% gain or a 100,000% gain, if you have a small amount in there, you're not able to experience that. Something that you truly believe in, you're now spreading yourself thin because you believe heavily in this, but you have the same amount invested in this position that you believe in heavily, as in Box coin over here, that is not going to be worth anything probably in the next day. That's something that can be tough. I have 142 different cryptocurrencies in my possession. 100 of those are what we can look at and say, this is the what if scenario. 42 of those would be for this can be worth a lot more. And that's based on what I'm what I make, right? And what I'm willing to put forth and my percentages of what I'm looking to invest into crypto versus stocks and real estate and all that other stuff, right? But then out of those 42, you also have a select few, maybe three, four, or five, up to five different coins that you truly believe in, that you're investing maybe tens of thousands, or in some cases, hundreds of thousands into, right? Ones that you believe in a lot more than the rest, that just have more conversation, more use case, just more of everything. And I think that's something that's necessary. And I ask to you guys, how much do you hold in crypto? How many top positions do you have? How many larger positions do you have, your main portfolio? And how much do you have in some that are what I would call a sub portfolio, right? Guys, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. I have a link for BTCC down below if you guys want one of those sub portfolios that you can leverage trade up to a 500x leverage. Feel free to check out my link down below. For BTCC, if you specifically use my link, you can get a 10% deposit bonus. You can get extra bonuses up to $10,055. You can trade up to 40% lower trading fees, and you can trade a 500x leverage if you want to. I don't recommend it, but you could do it if you wanted to. I recommend somewhere around 2 to 10x leverage, but mainly closer to the 2x leverage. You're getting a little bit extra on what you can invest, and making a little bit more money while not risking a crazy amount more money. Anyways, you could check that out. Link will be at the top of the description. But I've had this portfolio up, right? I'm not going to show you my actual portfolio, but I'll show you the favorites that I have, which majority, if not all of the positions that I have on my watch list are ones that I do hold. But all of these different cryptocurrencies here, I have about 42 different cryptocurrencies that I hold that are in like my main portfolios, right? Whether it's Coinbase, crypto.com, or even into some of my wallets that I have there, as well as my Forever wallet. But some of those kind of overlap. But 42 different cryptocurrencies that I believe in that could have a potential chance to absolutely explode and grow and be worth a lot more and usable. That's a lot more. But then I also have 100 over in Kraken that I've explained exactly why I'm doing it. But I invested $5 into each one of those plays for 100 different cryptocurrencies, and some have grown a lot, some have fallen, but some have grown by hundreds of percent, if not thousands of percent, which is fantastic. But I want to ask you guys, like, what is your threshold? Like, how many positions do you have that are your top positions? For me, XRP is probably the most that I've invested into a play. It is the most that I've invested into a play. Then CRO is the second most. But then you have things like Jasmy Coin, and you have AVAX, and you have Solana, and you have YFI, things that I've invested maybe tens of thousands of dollars into versus the hundreds of thousands that I invested into, XRP, and high tens of thousands that I invested into CRO. So I have those ones that are the top positions, but then I have other ones, right? I have Litecoin, which is not crazy of how much I invested, but it is a decent amount. I have things like Caspa and how much I invested there. I have Cosmos and how much I invested there, and a forever position in that. Algo. I have Terra Luna Classic. I have whatever. I have Cardano as well. Solana. So I have those main positions. I have sub positions, or the main big positions. I have positions that are ones that I believe in, and then I have those other sub positions, whether it's leverage trading, or it's on Kraken, or it's in my Coinbase wallet, which could be some meme coins that are there. In your opinion, how many cryptocurrencies do you think that someone should own? For me, I think that the average person, if you are just starting out in crypto, I think it should be no more than 10. If you are maybe a year or two into crypto, it should be 20 to 30, I would say. But then if you are someone that has been engulfed in crypto between, a bear market and bull market and bear market and bull market or whatever, I think you should have probably hundreds, right? I think you should have some invested in different places, because this is my opinion. I'm not saying that you have to have thousands of dollars into every single play. You can have $100 into a play. You can have $10 into different plays. You never know what's going to break out. You never know what's going to be worth so much more. Now, when it comes to the utility projects, when it comes to the ones that have high utility and are going to be a major part of the bull run, top 100, top 200, top 300, those ones you can invest thousands of dollars into, because the potential gain in those, as they do explode, as they are worth more, as they are usable a lot more, it's more of a reason to be a part of that. For the ones that are lower end, that are sitting maybe in the top 500 to 1,000 to 2,000, those are the ones where you're taking a little bit of a risk and you don't need to invest a lot into. But if you take an example of the internet, people invested into internet businesses left and right as the internet came about. And you also had mainstream media that was telling you the internet was a fad and the internet would not be a thing and no internet business would survive. No, we don't need the internet. That's what they're saying. And then as you've seen things like the iPhone come about, as you've seen things like the smartphone, Samsung, smart, dishwashers and smart washing machines and refrigerators and whatever else uses internet, you start seeing all of these things that are being developed and looking at the future. People that are heavily invested into whatever those businesses are as they got started, some of them may succeed, some of them may succeed majorly, and some of them may fail. But you heavily invest into plays that you believe into, you invest into broader markets, and you try and make sure you're a part of as many things as possible, because you never know what's going to go from the bottom to the top. Now, with all this being said, I want to make sure you guys don't put money in these markets that you cannot afford to lose. Not saying that you will lose them, but there is always a chance that you will lose in the plays that you invest into. Because as you get to the lower end of things, it starts to get into your mind that this is a gamble. And you start gambling and you start buying a position that's at a $1 million market cap with no potential, no community, no hype, no use case, no anything. And you're just like, well, if this gets up to $1 billion market cap, even though it's had nobody talking about it or nobody saying anything and just nothing, that is the biggest gamble that you could possibly have. And you start throwing utility money into gambles. That's not the way that life works. You should be investing into things that have those larger potentials, but then still keeping an eye on what could be up and coming. Let me know what you think about this. I thought this was very interesting because I saw a statistic or many statistics talking about the average amount of, US crypto holders and looking at, 13 to 16% of people have crypto in their portfolio, have crypto in their sites, and looking at how much money is invested into it. It's just so interesting to me. I would like to know what the average amount of coins that people hold, but that statistic is not out there. So let me know how many coins that you hold in the comment section below. I really want to know a number. Let me know if you hold over 100, if you hold, and I'll put something out on Twitter as well if you want to answer it. I'll also try and put something out on YouTube just to get a sense of how many cryptocurrencies people hold. It's definitely an interesting topic. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out my link for BTCC down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.